Hello everybody, welcome on back to baseball here on youtube.com/OnosaurusRex. I'm Sean, and every day at 6 p.m. Pacific time you can catch a fresh game of baseball. Today we start the final 6 games before the All-Star break. George Kirby is going to be on the mound, 15-1 with a 2.16 ERA, taking on Garrett Cole, 9-5 with a 2.13 ERA as we set off against the New York Yankees. 3-game set, then we'll be in Detroit for 3, and that is how things go. Let's jump into today's game. We finally, mercifully, that's not where my camera needs to be. I will leave it there for a minute. We finally mercifully got a day off yesterday, which we desperately needed because 17 games in a row was really was giving me some trouble there, especially with the lineup towards the end. We're probably going to need to give Cal Raleigh a day off. Obviously, it's not today. Luke Raley would be the two that we'll keep an eye on, barring any sort of like pitching situations, I guess. There we go. Our lineup is set. We are ready to roll. And it's another game of baseball. We are 74-16. I believe, would we lose the scheme start 3-2? We've had a lot of trouble since we moved to that Hall of Fame, or the GOAT pitching difficulty. We have had trouble catching up to and winning. Catching up, I don't know where I'm going with that. Starting pitcher duel, Garrett Cole versus George Kirby. We're looking for the 13th straight win on the mound for George Kirby. Julio Rodriguez is hitting well over the last 11 at a 4.09. Garrett Cole, he's looking for his 7th straight win on the mound. Bellinger has a 13-game hitting streak. Aaron Judge, 417 over the last 9 games. Carlos Rodon, big game on the mound in a win versus the Mets. Stanton shined in a win versus the Mets. Or shines in win versus Mets. And then some pitching comparisons. Our starting pitching over the last 5 games. A 1.74 ERA in 31 innings with 32 strikeouts. The bullpen looking pretty good as well. A 0.52 ERA, 17.1 innings pitched with 18 strikeouts. And you have the Yankees starting pitching over the last 9 games. A 2.21 ERA, 57 innings pitched, 42 strikeouts. Dodgers win in extra innings against the Brewers. Tanner Scott increases the NL lead in saves with 28. That's 2 Dodger headlines. A lot of NL West apparently. Extra innings win for the Giants over the Phillies. Luis Robert Jr. breaks out of a 2-for-26 slump with a 2-hit performance versus the Blue Jays. And the Royals move within 3 games of the Tigers in the AL Central. We might have something to say about that in a few days. So that'll be interesting. Of course, we lost our series against the Tigers earlier. So just keep that in mind. It is game number 91. We are coming off a loss. Seattle at NYY. I believe this is our first series against the Yankees. I need to move my camera, which is fine. We're just going to let this first pitch go. We're going to do that. And it's a strike right in there. We really struggled against Skeens the other day. And we continue our trend of falling behind and not being able to win those games. Comeback victories. It feels like if we get to a lead, we can hold it. It feels if we fall behind, we're not going to win. I don't like the way that feels. 98 on a fastball, a knuckle curve at 85, cutter at 93, a slider at 90, a circle change at 90. I do believe we saw the Yankees in May, if I remember correctly, because they were kind of the start of that, of recognizing that, mid to upper 90s fastball and then a steep drop off between a pitch that had a lot of movement.
Stays alive.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next offering misses down and away.
He threw a couple of those knuckle curves, and we saw some of those missed opportunities in the other game. Yeah, just too late.
Just missed. Cole, 34-year-old vet, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
1-1. Two and one.
And that one is lifted.
Well, at least we got a piece of it. It's a bad piece of contact. I hate it. Fucking God. Is it just gonna be another one of those fucking games? God, that Pittsburgh game was so irritating.
Power throughout the lineup. They're leading the league in homers right now.
Yeah, and I think when you're facing a team like this, pitchers coming in, they see the stats, they end up trying to nibble, trying to work on the edges, trying to expand the zone. And so I think the key, if these hitters can stay within themselves, obviously they have the ability to hit the ball a long way and score runs quickly. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Sorry.
Julio Rodriguez in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Now 1-1. It affects the game in so many ways, right? Your ability to come back is usually tied to power. If you can deliver a huge
Too late.
one swing of the bat,
Too late.
it changes your capability.
Take a time out. I can't fucking do anything.
Asked for and give it at the plate now. He goes down. Nobody left for Seattle.
Fuck.
And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in New York. And
that's a bad start.
George Kirby. What do we have on him?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Cody Bellinger leading things off and takes.
It's a pretty nice slider. It's right on the edge of the zone. It's just so irritating.
Momentum towards the postseason, and a win here would certainly help. Lunges for it, but can't make the catch.
Really? Okay. All right. Well.
Batting second.
We're good.
And next for New York,
God damn it, that is so far inside.
He's been inconsistent offensively.
Yeah, and the clubhouse mood swings a little more with each game down the stretch, Boog. Win this one, and they'll be feeling pretty good. Lose it, and maybe some anxiety starts to set in.
There we go.
For the strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3.
We've been giving up a lot of hits, it feels like, with stuff that's just way outside of the zone.
What power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Here comes Aaron Judge. 0-1.
We all know Yankee Stadium is a great place for Judge to hit home runs. In fact, his coaches joke and say he can sneeze one out to right.
You're fucking kidding me.
Well, this is a big-time matchup right now, and stop what you're doing, folks. Watch this because you have 2 of the game's best.
Bellinger goes.
Got him.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
2 outs, base is empty. Fights that one.
Like, you're going to give Garrett Cole that slider and you can't even see that one correctly?
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I don't know that I
That
love
wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes.
that location.
But that's not what that pitch was.
Up the middle, Polanco. Tosses
There
to
we go.
first.
Okay.
Judge out on the play.
So we give up the one hit, but we get
down in order. Go to Yankees.
we catch the stealer, which we've not been as good at. I don't think Bellinger has a ton of speed. I think it was gonna be like a hit and run sort of thing. Like go on the pitch, hope that there's contact.
Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Cole back to work. There's the strike.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well really quick feet. He's able to recognize
Yep,
the pitch.
yep.
See
It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be, and I couldn't hold off. I couldn't hold back.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
It's a K.
I am swinging a lot at the pitches outside of the zone. I don't know what it is.
So digging in, Luke Raley, the American League leader in RBIs this year. And a foul ball.
Damn it.
One down, base is empty. Sharp.
There we
That's
go.
through for a base hit.
Just early, but drove it into the ground.
One gone, runner at first. Randy or Rosarena will hit next. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1.
I just keep giving them strikes.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Good approach right
And I mean, there it is, too, right? Like you just, oh, it's just so fucking irritating.
Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time,
It's a bad swing and a strike pitch. They just put us in such weird, awful 0-2 counts. And it's into a double play. Cool.
Chisholm to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left.
Oh, I need the All-Star break.
Inning number
God,
two.
I need the All-Star
No
break.
score.
I need multiple days away from this game. It is, I am done.
Back at Yankee
Leading
Stadium.
off
And now
for
the
Yankees,
DH,
the
Giancarlo
designated
Stanton.
hitter, Giancarlo.
And the worst part is, after
With a home
the
run
All-Star
his
break, it
last
is
game.
17 straight again.
Kirby was recently named
Really
pitcher of the
needed
month
that
for some
slider in for a
outstanding work
strike.
on the mound. And a foul ball.
no question that he earned that pitcher of the month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the mantle.
To the right side. And they take care of Stanton for the out.
Batting fifth, the
Huh?
second baseman,
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Jr.
Yeah, there's the strike.
All right.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
And the 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's the 0-2. And that one missing low. Ground ball left side. Solano
There we
tosses
go.
to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the
Batting
air. Good
sixth,
downward break
the
on that
catcher,
one.
Austin.
Austin Wells now at the plate. Late with the swing
There you go.
there.
Ooh, Baya. You gotta remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Hard hit left side.
Okay, there we go.
Crawford throws the
All
first
right, we can
in
give up
time.
some
And the
contact.
Yanks go quietly. Nothing across here.
So
this
each
half.
team with
We
one
played
hit,
full.
but that
We're
base
tied.
runner erased by the defense, caught stealing, and the double play that we hit into. So
Back back in New York.
Leading
Well,
off
here we
with
go.
the
Top
Mariners.
of the
25
third,
pitches.
scoreless
We
game.
somehow
And now
got
for
12 out of
Seattle,
them last
Boston
time.
Shenton.
13, I believe, in the first inning.
There's a strike.
And that is
Wow,
why you
that's
see me
89
swinging
on
at
the
some of those
gun, and
fastballs.
It's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch,
Drop.
really
Yeah.
hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
And that gets down for a base
God,
hit.
early on that
So a
fastball
man
is
on
bad.
base to start
Very,
the
very
inning.
bad for
He
us.
needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Jorge Polanco, 4th in the American League in batting average this year. Now
There
one
we go.
base.
Good take on that circle
Polanco
change.
matched a homer in his last game. Right through there for a
A
strike.
little passive there.
Shenton
Tight
on
race
to
in the
first.
wild card.
Nobody out.
Ooh, too early on the circle change.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Damn, and that's his third best pitch. Got me with the knuckle curve.
That's a strike.
Slowed it down, more
That's a pretty
movement.
nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit
So
back and
early.
watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Digging in, J.P. Crawford.
Damn,
Swinging
where's
a
the
foul
cutter?
back. That's out of play.
One's outside. Ball one. Damn it,
Swing and a
stop
foul
swinging
out
at the
of play.
fastball. That's out of the
Here's a guy
zone.
at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
Swing and a ground ball. And a base hit right there. They fired in quickly, so it's 1st and 2nd with only 1 away.
Now batting,
That's a good
the
job right
fielder,
there.
Victor
You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
Here's Victor Robles.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
Close, but call the ball.
It's a good
And that's
take
ball
to
one.
start us off here.
And the pitch. A little bit low. And the count is 2-0.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1.
I was a little too amped for the 2-0 fastball early on a
Tied it up
cutter.
a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And it's
Fuck.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Take your time.
The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. Runners at 1st and 2nd with 1 gone here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
Okay, at least got a piece of it. It's a terrible swing. Absolutely horrendous swing.
Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Donovan Solano in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make
We
a
are
big
at the
impact
very
here.
least doing an okay job driving up the pitch count.
And they're all
And hey, we
loaded
work a
up.
walk. Hey, nicely done, Robles.
Well, the
Nicely
stage is
done.
set for this offense, Boo. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So bases all loaded up. Donovan Solano getting ready to hit. Golden opportunity right here. Swing and a miss.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
strike 1.
It's too late.
Come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
That one outside. And that's ball 1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a
Is this a
double play.
3-0 count? Yep.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Certainly
knuckle
a strikeout
curve.
situation right there. The infield
That
playing
knuckle
back
curve.
if
It was a
this
that was a
pitcher has to
4-pitch
step
walk.
and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Swing and a pop-up. Chisholm sizing this one up, and that's the 3rd out. Huge opportunity missed there. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. No score.
Fuck! God fucking damn it!
Back.
Leading off.
Every fucking time! Hey, here's a chance to score, and I just go, fuck that!
Okay.
Who could need that? Fucking idiots. Literally swinging at every fucking pitch he threw up there. It was a 4-pitch walk to Robles.
And now the count is
Throw it in the zone.
1-1.
just missed.
What'd I just say, motherfucker?
Popped up to the left. Into foul
That wasn't
ground.
even in the zone.
Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, brings it in. One away.
Man, he just couldn't lay off right there. Those
Batting
high
eighth, the
fastballs,
third
they just
baseman.
look really good.
Makes
because
me
they're
feel a little
eye-level,
better.
But they're just about impossible to get the barrel to.
Oops.
That
Yeah,
one
that
fouled off.
That one wasn't very good.
Still tied at 0. Last of the 3rd.
There we go. Still pulling that one a little bit more to the left than I wanted.
Sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same
Batting
page
ninth,
right now.
the first baseman, Spencer.
We're not getting the locations that we want. Some of it's me getting a little anxious, a little frustrated
Stepping in now for the
with my
Yankees.
offensive performance and letting that spill into the
That's the
into the
third.
pitching
Solano.
situation.
And it's a 1-2-3
And some of it's
inning.
kind of like that, where it's just
Yanks
it's
held
not
in check. Still no score.
3 hits. We work a walk, nothing on the board. We're kind of now we're stuck in this weird mix of like the strikeout problems that we had against the Pirates and the single problem that we had against the Royals are kind of like colliding together, and it's just brutal. Bet Yankee fans would have really liked to see that in real life.
And the first pitch fastball is in.
He's
for
moving the
a
ball
strike.
around the strike zone
These
pretty
Mariners,
nicely.
As this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Just
Down.
missed.
Ball.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone
That's
and
a good
beyond,
take.
and they just
3-1.
keep eating right out of your hand.
And a 3-1 on the way. It's a leadoff walk.
There we go.
That's the go-ahead
Where's
run.
this patience been all
I
day?
really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Go-ahead run on base.
Raley.
Luke Raley up next for the Mariners.
Oh,
Swings
Sean.
That one. 0-1.
You gotta let him throw.
And a bat like
Darn.
this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
The 0-1
That's
is
a ball.
outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
I don't see that. That knuckle curve feels like it drops really late.
Raleigh aboard here at first with nobody
Take a
out.
timeout.
And now before the 1-2, time is
And we had
closing
a
on
really
play.
good at bat with Raleigh, and then Raley here. It's 2 really terrible swings. A decent take on that cutter.
Close
No, that
one
missed. That's
doesn't
the ball.
get the call. 2-2.
He's not really
Man,
in
man,
the
I
zone.
don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And that's down and away.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Booth.
Randy Arozarena in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Runner at first with no outs here. Runner goes again.
Struck me out, and I'm dead to rights.
Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
Right there trying to avoid that ground ball double play. Send the runner in that situation. Hope that maybe somebody moves out of position and your hitter puts the ball in play and you get a first and third situation. But unfortunately, strikeout, throw out, double play. Good job by the defense.
Arozarena batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
One strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches.
I should have gone with a regular swing there. I needed to switch to a contact swing.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And takes low for ball 1. Swings through that one for strike
I
2.
am so susceptible lately to that top rail pitch.
Well, he's been able to
I feel like I've done a better job at avoiding it, just kind of in general, but the last little bit, we've been very swing happy.
Not close with that one. Ball 2. 4th inning underway. No score. Swing and a high fly ball left field. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. On to the bottom of the 4th now. Still with no score.
3 hits. We've worked a couple of walks and just can't do anything.
Back in the Bronx.
Leading off
Bottom
for
4.
the
Here comes
Yankees,
Belly to
the
take his
center fielder,
cuts.
Cody.
Cody
Bellinger.
Bellinger saw that slider.
Close one.
That's
Doesn't
the
get the
ball.
call. And
Okay.
it's 1-0.
All right.
Nowadays,
We're
with
not gonna be
advanced
too
metrics
irritated,
and
but we're
increased
irritated.
use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where hitters hit the ball, but within the new shift rules?
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for
Okay.
positioning.
I thought that was going to be
The research
a little bit of good
person
hit
is
in there
providing the
for
information.
Bellinger.
So
Thankfully, it stayed a
what we're
little
seeing
more
in
to the
baseball,
outside.
So many more people behind
That
the
one
scenes
went a little
that are
more inside than I
contributing
wanted
the
it to.
success between the lines.
Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right?
That or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what's.
That's we've thrown a couple. We've only thrown a couple of sliders against Bellinger, and he's made contact on both of
Here's
them.
the shortstop at
That's
the plate.
a little
Anthony
frustrating.
Volpe. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That one ripped. Oh, nice lunging grab.
I kind of sold on that one. That was going to be a catch or probably a run scored.
The Yankees, the right fielder, Aaron.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge, scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power.
So back-to-back cover athlete teams in previous years. Granted, Skeens obviously on the cover this year. We saw McCutcheon as well. 2018 cover athlete Aaron Judge.
Ball one there.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
And that one is downstairs. And that's ball 2.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
He's got it. And there's 2 down.
And not realize Cody
That's just a
Bellinger
really
had
nice
70
catch
speed.
on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Stanton, 35 years old, can't forget. Bellinger goes. Pitch in for a strike. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw.
So we've held the Yankees to 2 hits. Both of them are Cody Bellinger, and he has tried to steal both times.
Got him. That
Let's go.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters are performed up to
4
this
innings,
point.
no runs for either side. Only 2 hits given up by George Kirby, both to Bellinger. We've only gotten 3 hits off of Cole. A couple of walks that we've been able to work. We have struck out 6 times against Cole. We've only struck them out 3 times. So we're doing some work on the back end. A couple nice catches in that inning.
Back to work. Swinging a foul straight
Particularly the Rosarena one. If not,
Great job, Boog.
oof.
Just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
And I think they're in a good spot thanks to their pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
That fastball is outside.
I would be. Stringing something together is not really our forte. A base hit and then a home run? Sure.
And that's
I guess maybe that would be stringing something together, but we've seen... We had bases loaded, 1 out, and then it was awful.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
5 foul balls in this at-bat so far, and these two are going head-to-head. You can see the crowd
Got me.
starting to get into it a little bit.
Got me with that knuckle curve. That is a pitch that I struggle with. It is much more prevalent in this game than it has been in previous years.
Down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Now, Jorge
I pulled the
Polanco.
PCI down. We weren't going to be on time anyway, so it's probably a blessing, but...
One down, base is empty. Comes up empty. That's strike
All the way down at 81.
In an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Jesus. They're so far off the plate. There we go.
Offering upstairs. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Darn.
On the ground to Jazz. Jazz tosses to first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. And
Oh.
that is out of play.
So early, that speed, that 4-seam makes everything else just come in so slow.
Ball.
Still 96, 80 pitches in. That's not great.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Knuckle curve.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
It was another
Catcher
knuckle
has
curve.
fires the
It was
first.
so
In
fucking
time,
in the dirt.
The 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Halfway through this one, still no score. Back now in the Bronx.
Leading off
Now
for
it's the
the
second
Yankees,
baseman,
the
Jazz
second
Chisholm
baseman,
Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
That one
For comparison,
finds
we
the
have
zone.
only
Strike
thrown,
one.
granted it's half an
You know,
inning
these
less, but we've
Yankees
only
just
thrown,
lacking
we're approaching
discipline at the
50
plate in this
here.
ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite
Nice
a
play,
bit
Polanco.
today.
Sends it to first.
Now
And the
batting,
leadoff
the
hitter
catcher,
retired in the 5th.
Wells.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Grounded out his first time. In there at the knees, 0-1.
0-1.
Splitter, the most inconsistent pitch that I throw.
There's
We're seeing a ton more knuckle curves. We don't really have a lot of pitchers that throw them
He has
now.
plenty of options right
We
now.
have more of a
He can go
splitter
away,
this
he can
year.
add
That's
velocity, he can subtract.
I think that's the biggest
foul
difference
ball, it
pitch wise.
stays 0-2.
Granted, Kirby has one. We're not really throwing pitch number 5 in that often. Fuck.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. In the air, left field, down the line.
Oh my
This
God.
one looks like trouble.
Man.
Around first and hustling for
Who
second.
would have guessed I would have misread it with a Rosarena?
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Dominguez in the box now, takes strike 1. And that one fouled off.
Fuck.
Foul ball still 0-2.
That dropped.
Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Solano bounces it to first, but he digs it out of the
That
inning.
was a yellow. I was so worried that we were going to play that poorly. I actually was trying to get him behind it and drive towards it, but the game's animation took him, kind of held him there. It's fine. Everything's good. I think we had a good distance there where it could one hop. Still looking at Garrett Cole here.
Fastball for a strike.
Just not trusting what I'm seeing.
Cousins getting ready to go.
Yeah.
Hamilton getting loose as well.
Ball.
That one's in there.
Damn.
Gonna count 1 and 2.
1-2.
Maybe a little too patient here. That fast, wow.
Back to the mound. He's got it.
Good God. The one pitch that we swung at. We've just been...
Retired in the 6th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Donovan Solano digs in now. 0 for 2 in this one. On the ground to third.
Ooh.
Cabrera
Early on the cutter. Darn.
throws to first. And a couple of quick outs. And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
Number 44, Julio Rodriguez.
He swings and drives one out to deep left field.
Go.
And it hits the fence. Now he'll turn for second, and now a runner moves into scoring position as we look for the first run of the ball game.
Finally, get on top of one there.
Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And here is Cal Raleigh.
Ooh, too
Far
aggressive.
off foul.
Thankfully foul, because I'm sure
With the
we were good
go-ahead
on
run
it.
standing at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And fouled off.
And the strategy to win a ball game when
take
you
your
can
time
make
here.
that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that can be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Pitch misses there.
That was
and
strike
it's
3.
1 and 2.
That's when you always want as a pitcher, down at the knees, and it looked to me like he's barking. That's a strike. Doesn't change the call, but sometimes it helps to let that frustration out a little bit.
Off the catcher and rolls away. Probably ruled a pass ball as the runner moves up to third.
$70 game, by the way. I don't want to take us out of the at-bat, but man, that looked like it went right through the glove, huh?
2 outs. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field.
Go,
That one's
go,
back there.
go. Contact swing, 2-run home run. The missed strike call, we are able to capitalize. Let's
His
fucking go.
27th home run of the season. It's 2-0.
Holy shit. That is a circle swing. Just trying to put something out there.
What pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So we get a missed third strike call, a passed ball, and then a home run.
And they trail as he exits, but he kept them close.
It was not his fault. That should have been game or inning over. Who we got coming in?
A new arm into the game, the righty
Luke Weaver coming in here.
Weavers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Luke Raley up next for the Mariners.
The first baseman.
Raley having a huge season. Comes into the day leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
98 on a fastball, circle change at 90, cutter at 93, and a knuckle curve at 85.
And that drops in for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
2 down, nobody on.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Strike on the outside corner. 1 and 2. And that just misses. That one not close. And the count's full. Good play to
There we go.
There.
There we go. Lock in there.
That 2-out walk. The base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI.
82 strength, 84 accuracy.
The offensive
Jason Dominguez. Damn it. Damn it.
Raley off of first with 2 away.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Fuck.
Time call.
Timeout.
Weaver picks to first, and he's back safely.
One ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt.
I thought I went.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Keeping this top of the 6th going here.
Here's a 1-2. And they'll do it again. And that's downstairs and outside.
Ooh, got me. Lost patience there a little bit.
Up
Darn
the
it.
ladder for strike 3. 2 come in on this Seattle homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
Damn. Tough way to lose that one. It's what we've been susceptible to all game.
Welcome back as we
Leading
take a
off
check
for
of the
the
current
Yankees,
standings.
The first baseman.
It is horrifying to me that the Orioles are in first place. I hate it. Yeah. Also, our division isn't even competitive or fun. We're 30 games up on second place. I think even if you
At 96, that
Like-
pitch is in for a strike.
Well, the guy's throwing a
I
lot of
don't know.
first pitch strikes as a hitter. You
The
can
lack of
already
division
have.
games
Now,
makes me
that's
feel
not
like
help you
we'd still have a
deep
pretty good
into
lead
his
even
pitch
if,
count and into the bullpen.
you know,
But
we
you
had
take what he's
the
offering
the
that day.
difficulties where they probably should have been.
And there's a ball.
Oh, fuck.
1-2.
So there's a big lefty lane here at the bottom, unless there's some switch hitters.
Hit hard on the ground is short. One away.
Unless the Yankees have a lot of lefties, which I don't think is
I mean, if he
true.
can get through one more inning,
Now
anything
batting, the
after that, a
center
hitter or
fielder,
two
Cody
is bonus. But they
Bellinger.
should be.
What is their lineup? Lefty, and then a righty, and then lefty, lefty, switch, switch, lefty. Gotcha. Let's go manager. We'll go Brash and Spire. We'll just get those guys warmed up, and
Good
we'll...
enough to get to the finish line.
You know what? We'll throw you another fucking slider, just to get you the fuck out of my hair.
Bellinger.
Or look at that
Now,
one.
That's ball one.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that.
I
really
don't know
well.
if that 3 for 15 counts the 2 hits today.
That clips the corner.
So he's either 5 for 17 or 1 for 13, or the 5 for 15 or 3 for 15 or whatever.
The 1-1 is foul.
So I guess
off.
could be as low as 1 for 13 and as high
Mariners
as
trying to protect a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th.
5 for 17. Fuck.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
God, I even buried that slider
1-2 now.
in the first at bat and it was still a single.
Swing and a ball popped in the air.
You've got to be
Shallow
fucking kidding me,
center.
Cody Bellinger.
Crawford
Are you
makes the
serious?
Grab and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, the shortstop, Anthony.
And stepping in for the Yankees,
God
Anthony
damn it.
Volpe. And that's in there at the knees.
Well, the offense has gotten
0-1.
going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
This one popped up. Raleigh under it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3.
All right, so we have a
1,
2-run
2, 3,
lead. That's
go the
good.
Yankees.
We can give up a
They're
solo
still
shot.
down.
We're still
It's
okay.
2-0.
Don't want to do that, obviously, but we have the opportunity to kind of bring in our 3 best arms, our best lefty, our best righty, and our closer.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back.
New
We're in
York
the 7th.
Yankees,
We
I
have a
think
new
we'd
pitcher
want
on the
maybe
mound.
one more
Cruz.
run for
He's
insurance.
throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Austin
leading off for the
Shenton
Mariners,
now at the
the
plate.
designated
1
hitter,
for 2.
Austin Shenton.
Splitter at 84, 4-seam at 97, and a cutter at 91.
First offering, and it
Damn
just
it.
misses. Cruz,
Okay.
the
1 ball, no
6'2"
strikes.
righty, 235 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Next offering
Nope,
upstairs.
2 balls, no strikes.
And another
Nope,
ball.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in.
Hands
just
off,
on the
3-0.
edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it,
Ball.
hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
3-1.
Swings and misses. And it's 3-2.
Full count.
We'll take a timeout.
Chance to collect
That
himself now as he
splitter.
asks for time.
It's very slow. Tops out at 84.
That one misses.
Okay.
Forward, take
So
your
a
base.
leadoff
Okay,
walk.
so we get a walk.
Man, that's a tough
Real
one to
big.
take on the full count.
Really,
but
really
that's
big.
a
Would have been
solid
unfortunate if that was strike
It's a
3, but I
really
think it's
nice
kind of a good
performance.
take either way.
Jorge Polanco.
Obviously, you got to protect
next
yourself
for
with
the
2 strikes,
Mariners.
but does he stay low?
And there's a foul ball.
Splitter. Still early.
And a fastball
That's
misses outside for a ball.
1
and
and
now
1.
it's even 1-1.
Sean. It's just been so... okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
And that's too
2-2.
high. stays alive.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And that one hammered.
Go, go,
That's back
go,
there.
go. Yes, another contact swing, home run. Fuck yes, Polanco.
Jorge Polanco
Let's go.
is 24th
Short porch,
home run of the
baby.
season. It's 4-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Whew, okay. This is one of those games where we just kind of we were able to stick with it and just get a key hit here and there.
To the baseball on a split finger, that location inside part of the plate. Did a tremendous job of staying inside of it and keeping that ball fair.
So up next, J.P. Crawford.
All right, so
Swing, and oh, the bat went flying there.
0-1.
where does it land? Oh no, your popcorn. Sir, look out. Just chopped his arm right off. Nope. It's through the ground into the abyss. Oh,
High
darn.
fly ball out to center field. Bellinger under it, corrals it, and there's one down. So digging in, Victor Robles.
The right fielder, number 10, Victor Robles.
Swing
Okay,
and miss.
Sean.
And that is strike one. All right, so
0-1.
Monument Park out there in center field at Yankee Stadium. Have you gotten a chance to check that out?
Boog, I have seen it more after my playing career than I did as a player. But as a broadcaster, many times entering and exiting through the center field fence, particularly in the playoffs, get a chance to take a glimpse over. And I got to say,
No balls,
you do
2
get some
strikes.
goosebumps.
Next pitch is outside.
There we go. Good take.
And
There
that's
we go.
outside.
Another good take.
Ball.
Still only one out here in the inning. That one
You got a full
missed.
count.
Okay.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
That's fine.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. One down, base is empty. And that's ball four.
That's out.
It
Ball
wasn't
four.
easy, but he earned
I
that
thought it
one
was going to
after
get me.
a long
It
at-bat.
slid a little further outside
Saw a lot of pitches
than I was
and couldn't draw the
anticipating.
ball.
So
Very gritty.
So up next, Donovan Solano. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. First pitch,
1-0.
not close.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
ooh, thankfully that was foul. Too early. Early. Okay. Got to slow down our swings a little bit here. Looked at that high 90s.
Ball.
Now it's just a little bit slower.
2-1.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 now.
It's bad.
2-2's the
Man
count.
at first, one away. Swing and a
Fucking
miss.
fuck.
Struck him out on a splitter.
94 down to
That's about as nasty
81.
of splitters you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down,
Sean,
it's just
buddy,
so tough.
you
to
got to
put
stop.
No ball. 1
Rodriguez
strike.
now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Check on the runner. Robles
He's in there.
dives back
Hey.
in.
He got me. He got me. He looked, I thought I had his move. I thought I had his timing down. I just kind of hesitated a little bit, and I left it off the L2. Darn. That's a bad way to end it. There's no reason, no real reason for that, considering we're up 4-0. Yeah. Darn.
Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, Aaron Judge.
So we still have some energy left here with Kirby, and we don't have a save situation.
Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can't forget it.
Oh my God.
And they inch closer. It's 4-1. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
Well, we're back to a save situation.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton.
All right. Let's bounce back here.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Probably actually should have pulled Kirby.
Yankees looking to rally.
Well,
Kirby ready to fire now. Fouled off. He was late. Fouled off the
damn
plate. They'll do it again.
that's not the pitch. That's not the location I want that pitch in.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Good eye in that spot.
Oh, fuck you.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Smoked on the ground a second.
Goodness gracious.
One away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's.
Oh, this is where we need to actually.
Good play right there.
That's a strike. I don't know. Yeah, we actually need to. It's a weird time to put him in. I get that. I should have been more attentive to it. That's on me.
Manager out of the dugout.
But I did want to bring in because I knew that we were going to get to that little lefty lane. I don't know how the switch hitters are, so that's where it gets a little interesting.
We'll be back for that in a moment.
Also, that was a fucking strike, but whatever.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Okay.
Ripped to first.
Okay. All right.
Well,
nicely done.
Cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
And up next for New York, Austin Wells. And first offering is fouled off. And that one fouled off. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 3rd out.
Okay.
Another
So we did only throw a few pitches there.
Yankees.
I think that's helpful.
4-1 ball game.
That was the worst pitch we threw all day, and we could not have picked the worst person to throw it to. Aaron Judge, would you like a meatball middle slider? And he hit that by saying "fuck yes," or he said "fuck yes" by crushing that 940 feet. That ball might still be traveling.
Just trying to keep this one close here. This is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now the center fielder.
Splitter at 86, a sinker at 94, 12-6 at 76, a sweeper at 82, and a cutter at 91.
On the ground to third.
Jeez. Early on a splitter.
Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down.
We still have a ways to go here.
First out of the ball game.
Now
Raleigh with a huge hit in the 6th, I believe. Yeah. 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th.
They're working with.
Yeah, definitely one of the bigger moments in this game so far, and it could be one we look back on when this game is over as well.
And the pitch a little bit low. Ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Ooh, sinker late. No good. Okay, on the late side of good. Oh, we will take that run right back. Yes, please. Thank you. Fuck yes.
Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 5-1. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Luke Raley up next for the Mariners.
Sinker at 93. We were able to get to it. Ooh, too aggressive. Too excited.
0 balls, 1 strike.
This one in the air. Cabrera under it.
Damn it.
Hauls
Jeez
it in for the
Louise,
out. That's out number 2.
that was wild.
Left fielder, Randy
2 out.
So let's look at the bullpen. So we have switch Jason Dominguez, who's better against righties. We have switch Oswaldo Cabrera, who is worse against lefties. And then we have a lefty. So we will leave the lefty in. We will warm up Munoz just in case, but we'll probably use Brash in the ninth.
Randy or Rosarena.
Damn, that was a splitter that we missed.
Ripped on a line.
That's an out. Fuck.
Dominguez snags it, and
Damn.
that'll do it.
A little better timing on that. We can probably get that into a double.
Even further.
But that's okay. We get the run back. Get two, give up one, get one back. We'll go ahead and leave the lefty in against the 2 switch hitters and the lefty. Once we get to that top of the lineup, we'll go from there. I think Jazz is going to be...
Bottom of the 8th. Here's the left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Well, it's Bellinger.
Back to work.
Is it worth? He only threw 5 pitches. Let's sit him down. Let's warm up Morejon. No, because it's all righties. Okay, never mind. We're fine. Ugh, sorry. Sit down. Warm up. And we'll warm him up just in case something goes wrong. We'll try to get a cheeky save.
And it's fouled away.
Poor decision on my part. For some reason, I thought Jazz was a little more was a little further up in the lineup. I was like, ah, shoot, is it Bellinger?
Oswaldo Cabrera.
Whatever, doesn't matter.
That misses.
That's a strike.
Ball 1.
1-0.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Bad pitch.
2-0.
Swung on, belted. Back there.
Robles.
Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
That was a great pitch for Cabrera to be aggressive on. I threw that for the strike, just trying to get the strike.
Jones, the next to hit. That's off the mark.
Okay,
Ball
well, that's
1.
not.
Swing and a miss. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Out to short, Crawford. Whips it across. And
there we
that
go.
is that. So the Yanks go in order. They're down 5-1. We go to the 9th. Now it's the DH, Austin Shenton.
The designated hitter, Austin Shenton.
Swings and misses.
Ooh, it's a 12-6 curve. It's even slower.
Activity in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Scott Efros getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Hill, the lefty, warming up as well. And that one pulled foul. Swing and a miss.
Man.
Struck him out.
Everything was so slow. Everything was so slow.
Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the
Splitter,
strikeout.
a 12-6, and a sweeper. Those are all the pitches that like top out at 85. Good God.
Polanco, the batter now,
We
as he
don't-
swings and misses for strike one.
0-1.
That smash towards center.
That's an out.
Pulls it down, and there's two gone.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in
1-0.
your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And a foul ball.
Yep. No.
And a ball evens the count.
That's
Next
outside.
offering misses down and away.
Full count. Here we go. Robles on deck. God, bad swing at that sinker. Ooh, got me.
And it's a
Fuck.
strikeout, and that is
Oh,
the
this fucking staff is a goddamn nightmare.
To the bottom of the ninth we go. Top of the order,
Thankfully,
2-1.
the
It's
Orioles or the
M's
Yankees will
five,
be
and
in the
Yankees
wild
won.
card. I need another team to kind of do my dirty work for me and knock one of them out. And then I don't have to play them in the
Welcome back
divisional
as we
round,
take a
and
look at
then
their upcoming schedule.
somebody else knocks the other team out, and then I don't have to deal with either of them. I'm having so much trouble with this staff. We can leave Spire in for one more.
First
Nope, that's
pitch
it.
just misses.
I hear you like sliders.
That clips the corner.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
And
There we
down
go.
on strikes. And he's
Finally.
registered 3 Ks in this one.
I think it's 3 righties up next, so we'll go ahead and
Anthony Volpe.
flip to Brash.
Here comes the skipper.
It's not a
and
great-
We're going to see a pitching change in this spot.
It's fine. It's fine. It'll all work out. It'll all work out, or we'll lose disastrously. Either is possible.
Now pitching for
So out of the bullpen for the Mariners,
Number
Matt
47.
Brash.
And he's got a
Nice.
nice lead to work with, so
Right.
he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Why are you on the right side? Guys, we'll look at his stats quickly. Sorry about that. Checking the actual literal Mariners score.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. The M's leading by 4. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball.
I like when we see the bunt, especially if they try for it twice, because on that second attempt, I just want to throw the fastball high. That way, like, if they bunt it, it probably is just a foul.
It gets stability from all of their performances.
Let's not see where that pitch is. Let's not do that again.
Judge
That missed,
stands
that's
in
the ball.
with 2
That's
away
what we call an
as
improvement.
he takes a ball.
1-0.
And Judge spoils that one.
Okay, now let's not do that pitch either.
Way out front for strike 2.
Clearly, he was sitting on a
1-2 is the
fastball
count.
right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just
No,
going to have to
that
battle
missed.
with 2
That's the ball.
strikes.
Brash is just 1 strike away.
That's the ball.
And that's a little bit high. Counts full, 3-2. Got
Woo-hoo.
him, and that's the ball
That
game.
Probably should have been obliterated. This was a funky game. A lot of frustration early in this. We finally got to their starter. It was what the game said at the beginning with those in-game storylines or game storylines. It was a pitching duel. Not a lot of hits, especially look through those first 2 or 3 innings. Each team with 1 hit. We hit into a double play. We caught Cody Bellinger stealing, who I did not realize had that much speed. So we'll need to keep that in mind. We're going to probably have a hard time putting him away because he continually made contact on sliders, regardless of if they were in the zone or out of the zone. And he was able to get on twice. He stole both times. We were 1 for 2 on catching him. He was 1 for 2 on stealing. But we got a couple of contact swing home runs, which is huge. 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. We gave up 1. Excuse me, it was the 6th and the 7th. Gave up an absolute meatball to Aaron Judge. I mean, my God, that was a horrible pitch. 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, gave up 1 in the 7th, got it right back in the 8th, and we were able to not cruise to a victory, but we were able to put enough pieces together. I'm curious to see. I would expect this lineup to stay pretty similar. Bellinger leading off, and then you get 3 straight righties, and then you get 2 lefties, 2 switches, and a lefty, depending, because I believe they also had yesterday off as well, so I would anticipate that would be the lineup, so we're going to try and get through 6 with our right-handed starting pitching, and we're going to rely a lot on our left-handed pitchers to try and get us some chunks. We did a good job with Brash. No, Brash? Who am I thinking of? Hold on. I am thinking of Spire. We did a good job with Spire. He came in. He threw 2 innings. He didn't throw a ton of pitches. I don't know if he'll be good to go tomorrow, but we should be able to get him going in Game 3. We have Morihone, so we should be able to balance this a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see. Maybe, hopefully I don't overthink it, but we'll see. We struck out 12 times, which was pretty brutal. We only struck them out 9 times, and 8 of those strikeouts came to Garrett Cole, who gets the loss. 5.2 innings pitched. He gave up 5 hits. 2 walks, 2 earned on his line. They had 4 hits. 1 for Judge, it was a home run. 1 for Wells, it was a double. 2 for Bellinger. They were both singles. Other than that, nothing happened. We didn't do a whole lot on our side. Only 7 hits. Cal Raleigh's your player of the game. 2 for 3. He had 2 home runs knocked in. 3 scored twice. George Kirby gets your win. 6.1 innings pitched. 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 1 earned on his line. Polanco was 1 for 4 with a 2-run shot. Julio was 1 for 4 with a double. He scored a run. Raley was 1 for 3. He had a walk and a strikeout. And we're able to take game 1 5-1. I did not even finish my sentence before Aaron Judge clobbered the worst pitch we threw all day. But we did get 3 straight innings of scoring, which is a positive. Just be a little more patient. I was getting very frustrated with myself. I think it's kind of understandable. We were swinging a lot at pitches that were just out of the zone, and that was not helping us. And it's just been a problem. We are 4-3 in the month of July so far. We are 75-16 overall. We'll be back tomorrow. Cole Young sustained an injury, torn Achilles tendon. He'll be out for over 6 months. Poor Cole Young. All right, so we'll check the roster. Miles Mastroboni, he's going up to AA. Here you go. Tell you that Joey Formello has been called up to replace an injured player. So there you go. Tomorrow's matchup is Logan Gilbert, 11-3 with a 1.98 ERA, taking on Max Fried, 8-4 with a 2.30 ERA, as we look to secure a series win, and the Yankees look to even things up at 1 game apiece. Let's rip a pack of digital sports cards. Oh, scouting report for July. Sure. Why not? A live series 85. All right. Feels like that's not very exciting. Oh my God, a diamond. It's a purple, and it's not very good. A center fielder, Julio. Oh, Byron Buxton. Okay. All right. It's not terrible. All right. Add the lineup. 95, 59 steal. Good for him. All right, let's rip. We'll rip this pack. Oh, a gold. Oh, the Blue Jays. God, I already have that? Gross. Ooh, nothing. We do already have a Trent Thornton. Okay. Well, there you go. Not a great looking pack, and not the best looking game offensively, but we're able to figure it out, and we get a victory. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to subscribe right over here. Actually, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more, subscribe. Ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Baseball right here every day, 6 p.m. Pacific time. This morning's video up there. Boy, if you think the agony of defeat is bad during a baseball game, why don't I just point you to this video up here for more agonies of defeat. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Good sports, go Mariners. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow.